2K26 dropped a surprise patch on Tuesday that literally changed the entire way the game has been played. And of course, just like anything that 2K does, especially patch-wise, but just anything in general, when you scroll through Twitter or X, you see a division. But the division now in 2K, in the community that I see on Twitter, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. And what folks don't realize or understand, I'm going to point some things out to you in this video. Hopefully you get a better understanding on why things happen the way that they do. Now, the gameplay you're seeing here is a random rec game. Me and two buddies of mine went out into the rec and just asked 2K to give us two competent teammates. And what 2K gave us was two teammates who are victims of the patch. The team we ended up playing against didn't even have a full team, and we still get utterly destroyed. But the purpose of the video is to not showcase the gameplay. It is to talk about the patch while also showing a live gameplay of a victim of it. Now, the patch that came out, of course, brought the hammer down on the fade and made fading from 3 almost impossible to hit. I wouldn't say impossible, but has now made it a skill-oriented move that people in this community who are actually skilled at what they do will now still be able to do it in moderation. The brain dead tactics of every shot I'm about to shoot in this game is going to be a drifter, well, that's now dead. And that's a good thing, because at the rate that that was going, the player count would have dropped off so drastically that 2K would have had to make an announcement or some type of patch or change that was going to retain players. Now, as we move into season 2, there's going to be a lot of players that are going to make new builds. A lot of players are going to make new builds. But what my prediction is instead of having high 3-point players who can drift from 3, they're just going to take that 99-3 and kind of shift it to mid-range, because the mid-range drifters still aren't really impacted. And of course, I wouldn't expect them to ever be impacted. A mid-range drifter or pull-up is much more realistic. I know that word is very hated in this community, realistic. But it's much more, people will be all right if they were getting drifted from 2s all game, because there is a way to stop that, and it's a 2 at the end of the day. A drifter or a pull-up for 2 ain't nothing but a harder layup and or dunk. But I think the real issue with the drifters were that they were from 3, and players and creators, for that matter, in this community don't understand that they dig themselves their own grave. You know, my channel is a channel that tends to make shoes for a living. I'm a shoemaker, and I have all types of shoes. And when somebody's foot decides to fit in that shoe that I have made and displayed, they get mad at me that the shoe fit. Now, players and creators, of course, we're in a day and age and in a time where visibility, notoriety is on, I would say on the horizon, but it's a full-on epidemic out here. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be looked at. Everybody wants notoriety. Everyone wants the quick buck. You know, the more followers you have, the more lit you are. And the more lit you are, the more people can't, I guess, say anything about you or do anything to you because you're extra lit. And all this stuff that the internet has now made prevalent. And in that same sense, what people have done is people have now taken video games in general, right? They have now done a thing where instead of just doing things like I do, or maybe like what Chris Move used to do, or all the forefathers of the YouTube gaming content creators, where it was about commentaries, maybe about gameplays, just showcasing them having a good game somewhere and you just watching it and being inspired or enjoying it. It has now switched somehow into this, I got to be the first one to showcase this exploit tactic or this exploit move or game style or something so I can get the views, and then with the views I get the following, and then I get to make the money, and now everything is just good. And that's what it all comes down to, is money. But what you fail to realize, and I think some things don't really get thought through as much as they should, is that if I break the game, right, I come across the glitch, kind of like I did it. I had a college football video from 25 where I accidentally glitched the game. And what I did and what I came across naturally ended up becoming a glitch so bad. Once other people found out how to do it and how to trigger it, it became a glitch to the point where it was like meta. And you could max your player out within one game because of the glitch that I found by accident. And when I found the glitches, I didn't upload the glitch to gain notoriety, then upload the glitch to tell everybody this is how you glitch the game. I literally accidentally uploaded a glitch. And you could go watch that video in real time and watch me discover it. But to get back on track, people find exploits, then they clip it, upload it, and post it all over every platform, and they get the clicks, they get the engagement, they get the views. But what you fail to realize is the devs of this said game have YouTube accounts and Twitter accounts. And if you are literally showcasing a glitch in the software to a developer, how you gonna get mad when that developer then goes and fixes the glitch? Like, the logic, let's think about it. You show me that my game is broken. You show me that it's really broken, and then get mad when I fix it. Now, if everyone organically came across the fact that drifters were better than standstill jump shots, and the meta started just forming off of just watching or purity, y'all might have had a little bit more time to do this. But I mean, 2K gave you almost a little bit over a month, almost 2 months of allowing you to do this. And you really thought that they was about to allow that to happen the entire year? The entire year. I mean, we've reached a point prior to this patch where literally players could not even shoot straight up jumpers anymore. They wouldn't even, every game you would have 8 to 9 players in that game that the only shot they would attempt is a drifter. Nobody thought that was going to be an issue. Nobody looked at that and said, oh, something's going to get done about this. 7-4s. Drifting from 3 every shot, every single shot. But I get it. It's a video game. I want to have fun. If I wanted to play real life basketball, I would go outside and play real life basketball. It's a video game. I understand. You're right. You're right, sir. You're right, ma'am. It is a video game. And you deserve to play it however you want. But don't get mad when you decide to play it however you want, and the way you decide to play it is the way that they didn't design it. And so they snatch that play style from you. That's all I'm saying. And what people need to start doing is, if you have a little bit more respect for the said game you decide to invest your time in, and you start to have a moral code behind it, even when things are glitched or patched, you can still enjoy the game. And there's a way to go about a glitch when you come across it. You can either, and this is more geared towards creators than it is us regular folk, but you can kindly use the resources that you have, especially if you're a big time creator where you're in a business deal with the said company. Reach out to them people and say, hey, this game's gameplay style is a little bit OP right now, and there should be some tweaking that goes on to it, because I don't see this working in the long-term future of this game and the franchise. And some creators might have used the people that they know and did that, but the majority or most of them probably just built the gameplay style around the OP and glitch thing. And with the big following that you people have, where people adore you and people gas you and make your head get all big like a hot air balloon, a blimp, You glitch the game, you build a style around a glitch, then you teach your whole following and community about the said glitch and create a whole bunch of buffoons. Then when the game snatches that thing from you, they patch that glitch that you were abusing. You and all your community after you is now saying this is the worst 2K ever. Y'all shouldn't have patched anything. It was great, now it's so bad. Where's the accountability? Where's the self-awareness? To understand, I am part of the problem, not the solution, but it's a video game. I paid my own money to play it the way I want to play it. And you're right, you did. And you deserve to play it how you want to play it, King. But don't be mad or upset when the way that you decide to play it is contrary to the way they designed the game. See, you have the power to play it, but you don't have the power to change it. You understand? You can play it how you want to play it. But the people with the power to change the game, if they don't like the way that you're playing it, and they decide to change exactly what you do, you can't take it personally because you didn't play it to the design that they wanted. And all they're gonna do right now, in this current patch, somebody right now is grinding. Yeah, they're not grinding build specializations. They're not grinding levels. They're not grinding rep. They're grinding the next glitch, the next thing to be OP. What height, what weight, what wingspan, what rating, what drifter, what dribble package. What is something that I could break this patch so I can post it first and gain a quick wave, the season, following, season, get all the followers, get all the attention, get all the notoriety, get all the fame, all the engagement. Then 2K patches that again. Then I rinse and repeat the same cycle that I just did. When will we learn? When will we learn? When will we understand that the best thing to do in these games that we decide to invest our time into and play is to play them? It's okay to play a game and become better at it by just reading and reacting to what the game is designing. It's okay to put hours amongst hours, unhealthy amount of hours into a said game. That's okay. I'm not condemning you for doing that. But to play a game to break it, then get mad when they fix what you broke, and then try to condemn them for saying that the game sucks now because I'm not allowed to break it the way that I want to break it, it's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone who's complaining about this said patch is because it patched you. People with integrity, with moral codes, who play basketball in a basketball game, who don't abuse exploits. The patch does not impact them at all. People who don't dribble in the crowds don't worry about getting ripped. People who just wanted to dribble the drift from three ain't worried about their drifters being patched. They're enjoying the game more thoroughly now than they were prior. There was a small percentile of people who were still enjoying the game even in the glitch stage that it was in. 7-4 is running around OP, 7-4 is drifting, every guard, every wing, every power forward, everybody that played the game was just drifting. Somebody was still enjoying that even in all of that madness. But now the number have shrank as the people that enjoy it now because, well, they hoop. They take logical movements, animations, play styles, and can adapt accordingly. Yes, there were things prior to this patch that the real players were still like, man, if 2K could just touch this a little bit, I'll be better. If 2K could do this a little bit, it'll be a better experience. But they were willing to ride and die with any result that varied, including myself. If 2K was going to stay in the stage that it was in, that's okay. I have the power to stop playing it. I'm not forced to play 2K. You get what I'm saying? You're not forced to play it either. 2K went in a direction at the start of this year that I decided this ain't for me no more and left it alone. You right now might be in a moment in the season where this patch made the game not for you. So getting on Twitter and complaining to Mike Wang and Evan CC about This game sucks now? Y'all made it unplayable? That last word, what'd you just say? Unplayable. Who's telling you to play it? Ain't nobody coming over to your house with a gun to your head saying you got to load up 2K, is they? You're deciding to load up 2K. You see the direction 2K has went, you see the direction that they are taking, and yet you still deciding to play it and think that by you playing and complaining, they're going to change what they designed the game to be. It's crazy. You're speaking, but nobody's listening. But the other thing that you have to realize with this community and with this game is that this game literally has waves. The game gave you exactly what you wanted. You still wasn't happy. You wanted no RNG, you got it. You wanted offense to be easier and faster, you got it. You wanted defense not to matter, you got it. Yet, more people stopped playing than before. And for those people who hate, there's a true hatred inside of your heart for simulation or realistic players. You need them. You understand? You need the sim community and more players of the sim community to help your game. Because if all the people who played realistically or Sim Nation was to stop playing online, every single person who did not abuse or spam the game decided to stop playing online, and you were just left with playing other versions of you would not have the best experience yet to come. Y'all complaining right now because of skill-based matchmaking. The bottom line of skill-based matchmaking is to play yourself. Now, 2K is in the beginning stages of it, where they just matching you up by plate color. But eventually, if they continue to implement it into their game, they're going to start to fine tune it. And they're going to start to match you up with not just your plate color, but your win percentage. Then from your win percentage, it's going to be your shooting percentage. From your shooting percentage, they could get all the way to the nitty gritty where they start to figure out your exact tendencies on what you do in the game, and you will play a mirror of yourself. So if you're complaining in the early stages of skill-based matchmaking, imagine if the people who balance out y'all matchmaking, the sim and realistic players, if they just decide to stop playing, and you as an arcade and a spammer is left to play nothing but arcade and spammers, boy, that brain gonna be dead, cooked. Y'all not ready for that. Not ready for that conversation. You're not even ready to admit those type of things. But they're very real. And like I told you, you got to be careful what you wish for. Because if you get what you wish for may not be exactly what you thought you wanted. That goes with anything. That's a life lesson. Be careful, be mindful, be smart. Understand that certain things that you ask for, review it. Try to predict. Well, if I ask for this, these are the potential factors of what I asked for. Now, as we roll into season 2 and a little bit of figuring out still needs to get done, and somebody right now is sitting on their hands banning 2K, waiting for 2K until their creator of their choice decides to come out with a video that teaches you how to exploit the next thing that's going to be in patch 2, which will most likely be bump steals. I also predict, here's another prediction, that the lockdown community will start to have an uptick. The blitzing will start to have an uptick. Players will now start to make players who have skill and speed and master the art of just running into the ball and forcing a body contact bump animation steal. That's on its way. They're trying to fine tune that right now as I'm making this video and you're listening to it. But the good thing about that is if you played 25 and you witnessed the blitzing, and in my case, being a guard in 25, you had to experience the blitzing where people weren't even playing defense. They were literally just running at you and hitting square. If you're a good player and or a smart person, you would know, okay, to stop this blitz, I need to slow it down and pick my opportunities to move because they're just running. A blitz is a high risk, high reward play. The reason why the word blitz exists is because it came from football, where it's 11 on 11, and a blitz usually sends more players than offensive players that's out on routes. The goal is to get there faster, then the offense can exploit that weakness. So when somebody's blitzing you in 2K, somebody's open. There is an opening up there. It's up for you to read that. But if your brain does not operate or activate when you play this game, you won't be able to see that, witness that. But stay tuned, man. Season 2 is gonna start a different vibe. And the vibes are up right now for players like myself and more sim-oriented. This is our season. Y'all had y'all season. August 29th till whenever when that thing dropped, it's the 16th today. Today is Thursday, so that thing dropped on the 14th, that patch. Y'all had a good time. Now it's our time. We're up. But don't worry. 2K will get y'all back, okay? Maybe after this season, a few weeks, 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, they'll revert the game and help you get your likeness back, bring you back. Once they see that y'all player count drop, they'll do something to bring y'all back a little bit to keep y'all happy. And then it's just going to be the reverse cycle for the rest of the year, and then 2K27 will be on. But for the fellow hoopers who have integrity and respect, enjoy your runs.